considering me dominant. The long falls, you know the pit of defeat, bottomless. I was hungry way before I got your support. I hopped off the porch around the time that y'all got awards. Lyrical exercise, this what I call a sport. The fourth bar, brother, when I push the rock off the court. I got champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the great. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the great. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. The catamouse who talent don't average out. If your flow ain't nowhere near.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glen.
Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate food from all of the base. My ace boom goon, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters. This ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight. I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stock my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The alpha and omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning, my catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Smith going to go to the air first play. Throw out wide to Walker. And some space here. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. First carry here for Ken Walker. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. These two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Arizona would give them the season sweep. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Lock it in motion right. Off of play action, here's Smith. He'll buy some time right. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
We'll talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They'd been moving the ball well. Drive had started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing now is Geno. And this is going to be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cards are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Escaping the press. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in point. He's got a man, complete, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
On second down, a run with Breida. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game.
Oh, now Breida loses it, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
Following the fumble recovery, Smith out to his left. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Straight ahead, Walker. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Geno now to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr., and that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patterson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. After one, it's 9-0. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go. 60
They'll go. It's Patterson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to extend their lead. McManus's point after is good, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Breida, he'll try the right side. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Out of the shotgun, Breida, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. On play action, it's Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Matt Breida with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that trims the lead down to 9. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cardinals are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they've got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders
taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ken Walker, 31 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point from McManus is good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Throwing on first down is Murray. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida, and he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Murray off play action. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now Gino on first down. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Throwing again on second down. Smith. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Lockett the man in motion. Play action. It's Smith. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The final shot here before break. Smith sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it'll be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. From the 10. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Now a give running left is Breida. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Murray. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Breida, they'll go up the middle. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. From the end zone, Smith. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
To throw again on second down. Smith. This one into the hands of Metcalf. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. A shotgun snap for Smith. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Marquise Goodwin, 83 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Trap 60.
Gino's going to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Play fake. Murray. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Murray's throw completed to Brown. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Murray now. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down. Murray to air it out again. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now a throw here to his running back. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain. Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown. DK Metcalf with career touchdown number 60. And the Seahawks are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. McManus's point after is good. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Tariq Woolen picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football. Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. A run between the tackles with Breida. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now Murray. That pass complete to Moore. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. Now Murray's got to have this one. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Trey McBride, 44 yards. And the Cards get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Zerline good with a PAT. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And now here's another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Seahawks are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now, Smith. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
45 the mic, 45 the mic. Check. 45 the Buffalo 18.
Now Geno. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Eric Armstead in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now here's Michael Dixon. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Taken in at the 11. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the up. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point from McManus is good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are